It's a beautiful day here in Finnish Lapland. The sun is finally shining after a few cloudy days, and the views are quite amazing. We are once again in Ylläs in Lapland, Finland. For some reason, this place has worked so well for us this season, and we just love this amazing area with its huge opportunities to explore outdoors. We are currently walking on a frozen lake, Kesanki. A lot of snow on it, so it's not so easy to walk as the feet are sinking. In any case, we are already halfway through the lake, and you see some of the beautiful fells or mountains on the side. We have Fell Kellostapuli, this round one on the right, and we have another beautiful fell called Kesanki. And this lake is sort of like you can call it a little canyon. At least that's what it looks like when you are watching from one of these hills. It looks like a small, well, shallow canyon. And during one of these live streams, we went up there a few weeks ago. So we walked from another part of this territory, and we walked into this little ravine, and we had another alternative view over this area. So this, oh, we have some traffic. Even in wilderness, sometimes we have traffic. So we are loosely walking in this trail. Are fells and fjords? Of course they are. Fjords are inlets to the ocean into the Scandinavian peninsula on Norwegian side and also on Russian side, so north from here, while fells are these bold mountains, so not the spiky mountains, you know, pointy rocks, but this kind of really bold and rounded mountains. These are called fells in English, or fjälls in Swedish. In Finland called tunturi. So it's not a mountain, it's not a hill, it's somewhere in between. And the reasons these hills have this rounded top, it's because of the ice age and the glacier. So once upon a time there was 2 kilometers of ice here. So starting from here up 2 kilometers. That's how thick the glacier was. And also the glacier was just moving back and forth like sandpaper. So that's why it has rounded all of the fells here. All of them look the way they are. And that happened about 8,000-10,000 years ago. Don't remember the historic perspective with me. And as usual, this is Alec Mel about Lapland. So we are having a nice day outdoors with Julia over there behind me. And temperature is 4 degrees centigrade, minus 1 or something. Otherwise feels really warm, except here in the middle of the lake there is some wind. And I suspect that if we would go on top of this hill, that one or another one, it would be quite windy as well. So this late winter weather and nature can be quite treacherous. You might feel that it's really warm and nice when you are leaving your car on the parking spot, but once you really go outside into the wilderness, it's like a really raw nature and outdoors, and you're fighting the elements. So you have to never underestimate nature here and be prepared not only in terms of the gear but also mentally. And the weather is known to change here quite fast, from sunshine to thunderstorm in minutes. Although today we don't have such forecast for the thunderstorm, so I think we'll be okay. So it's a bit funny feeling. On one side it feels so warm to walk because it's physical work going in the snow, and also the sun is shining already so brightly. And on the other hand, there is this wind coming from the east, I suppose. So a mix of season indeed, this late winter, both springtime and wintertime together. So actually this views everywhere, even below your legs. There is some really nice patterns that the wind has created with the snow. So there's lots of different textures. And of course you have this big and beautiful landscape on both sides. Sun shining beautifully. I'm not sure which side looks best for me. They both look quite amazing. So not there where the tree line goes like that. It's called the... So it's pretty steep. You can walk up the hill and walk on the other side of this fell, and it can be done both in winter and summer. And now I see that people have been also doing wild riding over there on this wild slopes. There are some fresh tracks that I do, although I quite often go, well, we go together with Julia to explore, and we did go on one of our previous trips. We went almost all the way up this ravine to the top, although back then nighttime was coming already at 3 or 4 p.m. so there was much less daylight. And usually actually this trail, it's much better made. Usually there is a machine that makes the trail here in the middle of the lake, so it's easier to ski and walk. I'm not sure what is the reason why they didn't make it this year. Maybe the ice is not that thick enough for the machine. But anyway, people have made a track here themselves, which we are walking. And there are actually 2 more tracks on the sides. On that side where the tree line goes, there is a walking / mountain biking trail. And on the other side, inside these woods over there near the lake, there is a cross-country skiing track. But they are in the shadow, so we prefer to go here in the middle of the lake and also show you the landscapes. So question about sliding. Yeah, actually in this region there is a ski resort which has dedicated slopes for alpine skiing, and that's where most people go, us included, when we want to go downhill alpine skiing. But there are many people, especially youngsters, who prefer to go off-piste. So what they like to do is they like to climb these wild mountains and just go downhill on the skis or snowboards. Of course, it's more dangerous when you are skiing just on the open snow in the wilderness, but that's also more fun. So that's what some people do. Now we are encountering some traffic, some skiers over here. All of a sudden there is traffic, but it's a good thing. People are out enjoying outdoors, taking that hit of vitamin D that we all missed during these dark times. No matter where you are in Finland in winter, it's still, you have vitamin D deficiency because it's so dark, especially here in the north when the sun doesn't really rise that much. So it's kind of the best time to be outdoors right now, especially on a sunny day like this one. Quite epic looking, and you can see by the people's faces that they're so happy to be outside. Everybody's smiling, though don't know anyone. So it's quite a nice atmosphere here, even in the wilderness. Just gotta be careful not to stomp this track over here, because personally I hate it when somebody has walked on the skiing trail and messed up with the trail. So we have more people joining the stream. Hello Dan, how are you doing? Actually, I think here you can see the other cross-country track. There is a skier going over there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's where the official trail goes this winter, and it's kind of in the shadow, so it's much better to be here. Ski trekking looks so fun. I wish that had places to do that here. Yeah, that's lots of fun, and even in Finland you don't have these places everywhere. You have to go to places like Ylläs and so on to enjoy that. Even in my hometown of Rovaniemi there are no such landscapes, no such mountains, so that's why we quite often prefer to go more north than to stay here. Actually quite funny, it looks like there are a few snowy trees there on the top over there which are covered with snow. Otherwise the trees are without snow, as it doesn't really stay on the trees at this season. I guess there is a little bit of snow on the trees, but it doesn't like to stay on the trail, on the trees anymore. Actually there you can see the official trail for the mountain biking and walking. There you see some people in the middle. That's where you walk normally, but we decided to walk in the middle of the lake to see all the landscapes from this best point of view. So we had quite a lot of snow coming yesterday actually, but as it's often quite windy in spring, and also you have very powerful sunlight, so the snow doesn't really stay on the trees anymore, except over there on the top. Maybe I'll go there one of the days and see the views from that side. Actually now you can see the trail. This is the trail going on the top of this mountain. So there are some snowy trees there and clouds, quite interesting view. So it's a tough hike, but it's worth it to go. So René is saying, I see them, my favorites. I'm going to miss those trees over the summer. Yes, indeed. The snowy popcorn tree season lasts about 2 or 3 months tops. It starts usually in December, when there is lots of snowfalls, and it starts to be at its best on January. But January is usually also, you don't have much sunlight, so this kind of end January, early February, it's the best season of this popcorn trees, because we have both the trees and also we have some amazing light, as the sun is still very low on the horizon. So for a landscape this is the best. And then at some point in February the snow comes off like it is now. This place looks so beautiful. How much does ski trekking cost? It doesn't cost anything. You can, if you have skis, you can just walk or go cross-country skiing. I guess if you don't own the skis, you pay for the rental, which could be around 30 euros per day or something like that. But we locals have all the necessary gear, so we don't pay anything for the equipment. You can walk anywhere, and now we don't even use any gear, we're just walking. So it's free, free of charge. You only pay if you go to the official ski resort over there, which we might do. I'm not sure yet. We have the equipment, and it's on a more costly side. I think it's about 30-35 euros per day for the skiing ticket, for the lifts. And if you don't own equipment, you also pay around that sum of money for the equipment. We have the equipment, but still for 2 persons go to and buy the tickets for the lift, it's already around 65 euros. So yeah, you have to think. But I guess money is for living, so I guess we'll go one of the days. Haven't decided yet, don't have an exact plan. All going by gut feeling, whatever we like to do on a given day. So no plans on this trip. The first 2 trips we did were more planned, as we had some filming to do for different projects. So that trip is a little bit more for ourselves, or I guess for me. I guess I'm a bit egoistic. I guess this trip is for us or for me.
What?
This Ylläs trip.
For us?
Yes, for us.
Yeah.
Or for me. Or
Why?
for us.
For us.
For us, yes, good. So, see your next stream. Thank you for the views. Have a good day, guys. Thanks, Brenna. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support. Dan is asking, how do you make your income? We work for local companies. We produce services for them, like advertisement, photos, videos, and all this kind of stuff. So, yes, we are a advertisement agency / production company. We do a bit of both. We do it because we like what we do. So we are doing that anyway, quite often, even though we are not always paid for doing that. But of course, it's nice to get paid once in a while for what we do. And we appreciate the support of local companies in that sense. And we also have locally made gifts and Swedish design items and stuff. Doesn't let me stream. And also now members get special kind of extras, cool content, cool videos that we don't share publicly, but only with our supporters. So we are almost arrived to the other end of the lake. And we are approaching the shore. The trees are much closer. And over there we have a nice place for a picnic or a stop. And we're going to go and visit that. This is like a crossroads between all of the many cross-country and other outdoor tracks over here. And it's also a place to try some snacks. And I'm really hopeful they have good snacks to offer. And if they do, we're going to switch to our Eat in Lapland Instagram page and show you what they've got, what kind of treats they offer. Looks like there is a good crowd over there enjoying their break in the skiing. And from here you can see the trail onto the Devil's Ravine in much more detail. So it's right over there, the track, and here you have the tracks from people who went downhill on this wild mountain. It looks like they're not skiing on that mountain because it looks quite dangerous, quite steep. So that one looks more manageable for that kind of stuff. So we are almost on the shore over there. The big fell Kellostapoli is behind us. Actually, the sun looks quite nice now in the dip between the hills. A bit cloudy now. Actually, as we've walked here for now, 40 minutes feels incredibly warm. Doing some physical exercise when it's not so very cold, which is cool. Exercise is what you need to stay in shape and take that vitamin D that the sun is providing. Wow, looks like a decent crowd over there. Ah, I know why they are outside, because the restaurants are closed and you're supposed to enjoy your meal outside. That's the reason. Normally people would go inside and have a break in there, but now they are forced to be outside. So nice to see lots of people here enjoying wilderness. There are people like us that are just walking with their cameras, and there are lots of skiers. I'm looking forward for my next cross-country skiing trip as well. If I remember correctly, I streamed something on this channel a couple of months ago as I was cross-country skiing myself. I came from this trail on my skis, and Julia joined me. She walked from this trail. So now we're going to see that amazing place. I'm going to show you around. This is called Kesangin Keidas, the oasis of Kesanki. Oasis, because this is the name of the lake, Kesanki, and it's like a oasis to grab some food and stuff over here. So you have lots of different crossroads, lots of different tracks you can take, so you can see people enjoying on the fat tire bikes, fat bikes, which enable you to go on the snowy trails. Over there you have 2 teepees where people can enjoy their own lunch, make a fire in the fireplace and make their own barbecue. So this is a nice crossroads. You can put your skis over there and you can have some takeaway. Grillatut leivät, makeat ja suoset letut. Tilataanko sisältä ne letut?
Joo.
Okei. Okay. No niin. Asia piivi.
Yes.
Hyvä. So, this is the end of this show. We will go inside to order some, what are they called? Crepe? Waffles. Crepes. Crepes, I think is the right name. We're going to switch to our Eat in Lapland channel for that, as we collect the information about local places to eat over there. So please switch to Instagram and find Eat in Lapland over there. We're going to see the offering of this place, and this place is now really packed with skiers, which is nice. All sorts, people are enjoying themselves, and it seems like my gimbal is dying anyway, so thanks a lot for joining the stream. I'll see you on the next one. As you can see, the weather is quite nice here to enjoy, and this is what we're doing. So hope I can bring you some good emotions with this video and some good views and maybe tips for the future. Alright, thanks for watching, keep on smiling, and see you on the next one.